Hey everybody, it's Valerie from Eartharella Soap and Candle Company. Today I am making another massage bar soap. This is what they will look like when I'm done. It will be a different scent though and different colors. This is the one I made yesterday. This one is in Indian sandalwood. So that is what I'm making today with these molds, these silicone molds. So today I'm going to be making another masculine scent, and this one's going to be in Deadly Weapon is the scent that I'm using today. So let's get started. I already have my my liquid oils in here. I'm going to mix up my my harder oils and butters that I had already melted earlier. So I'm going to pour that in here. And I'm going to add my lye water. This just came unplugged on me. Let me just plug this back in. Okay, now I'm going to add my lye water. This is my lye and water solution. And I'm going to very gently pour it into my oils. And try really hard not to make it splash at all. And I'm going to mix it to emulsion. Okay. So now that that's mixed really good. Okay, so I have my oils mixed with my lye. And I'm going to add in my fragrance oil that I have already measured out. So I add my Deadly Weapon fragrance. I'm going to give that a stir with my spatula. I don't want it to get any thicker than it already is. Kind of want it to stay as fluid as I can keep it. It smells so good. If you're familiar with, do you remember the fragrance, the cologne from like, I want to say late 80s, early to mid 90s by Calvin Klein? There was a CK1 and CKB. This Deadly Weapon fragrance, to me, it reminds me of the CKB, the one in the black bottle. It just smells so good. Very masculine. Okay, so I have my fragrance added. Now I'm going to split up my batter into 3 equal containers. That looks pretty good. Just make sure I get all of it out, since I won't need this container anymore. Okay, so my batter is now split up in these 3 containers. I'm going to be adding my blue, which is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It's a Crafter's Choice brand. It's called Bath Bomb Blue powder color. I'm going to use that for the blue. I'm going to use Black Knight mica powder. This is also by Crafter's Choice, which I get from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And then I have titanium dioxide that I had gotten from Nature's Garden. So let's put a little bit of the titanium dioxide in this one. Titanium dioxide has a tendency to make your batter turn really, really thick really quickly. That's the only downside to titanium dioxide. My black night powder, which just went over the edge a little bit. And then my blue, my Beth Mom blue. Alright, so let's see how these turn out. Going from lightest to darkest. I'll do the white first. So now I'm going to do the blue. Black. Good for those. Put this in my little container over here. I'm going to put my lids back on my micas so I don't end up spilling them all over the place and making a huge mess. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my molds. That blue really kind of looks more like black right now. I'm not sure why. I think I'm going to add a little more blue to this. Seems like before my eyes it just turned to like a dark gray. Add a little bit more blue. Okay, so here's my 3 colors, and I'm going to start pouring them into my molds. I'm going to do the dark black first. I think I'm going to do this one in layers. The last one I did like in a swirl, an in the pot swirl. This one I want to do layers in these bars. So like the black would be at the bottom, and then like the bluish gray would be in the middle, and then the white on top. I want to pour it really slowly to make sure it gets in all of those cavities at the bottom. It's a little thicker than I wanted it, but it'll work. Do to make sure they get in all of the cavities, I'm going to kind of bang them a little bit, get out any air bubbles. You can see some of the air bubbles like floating up to the top when I do this. I want to make sure it's all even too. This one needs a little bit more. Okay, so I have all of the air bubbles that I can get out of these molds, but as you can see, like in some of them, because I had to shake them and stuff, you can see how around the edge there's not clean layers, so I just want to clean that up as much as I can. I really want to have clean layers, or else they won't look right. Once they come out of the molds, you'll see like the colors will all blend together on the sides, and I really don't want that. So I'm just going to clean these up. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I just cleaned up the insides of the cavities as much as I could without spending too much time because my other colors are getting thicker and thicker. So here's what's funny is this was a bright blue, like a bright blue, and then it like morphed into a gray, and now it's like a purplish gray kind of color. It's very strange how this just keeps morphing into different colors right before my eyes. So I'm going to quickly pour this over the black. And since the black is setting up so quickly, I'm not worried about it, about this falling through the black. Okay, so as you can see, this color soap is just like setting on top. It's not spreading out very much, so I'm just gonna spread it out with my spatula. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving them a tap on the table to help spread them out, to spread the second layer out. Some of them need a little bit more of this mystery color. Okay, now I'm very quickly going to spread out the white with the titanium dioxide, because the titanium dioxide, oh, this thickens up so quickly. So I'm going to give this another stir, try to loosen it up a little bit, and then just put a dollop on top of each one here. I kind of wanted the white on top because I'm not sure yet how I'm going to be packaging them. So I'm thinking ahead of packaging, like am I going to put my label on the very bottom where it's flat? And if I am, then I think the labels would show up best on the white, since I use clear labels with black lettering. Okay, so I just finished adding white to the top, a layer of white to the top of all of these molds. Some of them did get mixed in with the mystery color in between, which is fine. And then I just kind of made them all flat on top. So it'll be interesting to see what these actually look like tomorrow. There's not enough white. I wanted more white in them, I think. So I think they're going to be more of the black, and then this bluish mystery color, and then like probably a thin layer of white on top. But it'll be interesting to see what they look like tomorrow once they unmold. Not sure if this will be a fail yet. I think my oils were also a little too cold. My hard oils and my butters, they should have been a little bit warmer. I think my batter would have been a lot more fluid. But you know, it is what it is, and I'll be back tomorrow so we can unmold these and see what they look like. Hi there, I am back, and I have just checked my soaps here to make sure that they were firm enough to come out of their mold, and I did take a couple out already to show you. So that is how they ended up turning out. So they weren't, you know, exactly as I had planned on them to look. They have more of a purple color, and I really wanted more of the white on the bottom. But my label is going to go across the bottom most likely, so I think this will still work. This will be fine. And it's got the dark gray on top. But they smell really, really good. They smell, like I said, I used the Deadly Weapon scent. Very masculine, very, very nice scent. So, so here is what they look like. And I'm going to finish popping these out of the molds. And they're coming out really easily. Apparently the more I use the molds, the easier they will come out. So they're coming out very easily. So I'm just going to finish popping all of these out. So this is the finished product. And they will cure for the next 4 weeks on my drying rack. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with how they turned out. The only thing is they didn't turn the blue like I wanted, but who knows, that purple color in the middle may change again by the time it's done curing. But overall, I'm happy with them. So as you can see, they didn't turn out exactly as I had envisioned because I did want them to have more blue in the center instead of, I didn't want them to be purple in the center, but they're still really nice bars, and I'm sure they'll cure very nicely. I do realize some mistakes that I made in this batch. This is only my second time ever using these molds. I don't ever use molds for individual bars. I always do like loaf molds. So this is a learning process for me as well. Next time my oils will be hotter, and oh, and I'll use the correct colorant. I think my problem was that I was using a bath bomb colorant instead of a colorant that was made for soaps specifically. So 2 lessons learned there, but these will still turn out to be perfectly fine bars, I'm sure. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.